Dao literally means the way. The term indicates the way things develop naturally, the way in which nature moves along and living beings grow and decline. The concept of Dao is not limited to Daoism, although the latter takes its name from it. Rather, it is part of the general Chinese understanding of the world, which appears in all the different philosophical schools, albeit with slightly varying interpretations. Dao, in this general sense, is the one power underlying all. It makes things what they are and causes the world to come into being and decay. It is the fundamental ground of all, the motivation of evolution and the source of universal being. The Book of Dao and its virtue, the Dao Jing, says, "The Dao that can be told is not the Eternal Dao. Still, it is possible to create a working definition." Benjamin Schwartz, in his book The World of Thought in Ancient China, describes Dao as organic order, organic in the sense that it is not willful, not a conscious, active creator or personal entity, but an organic process that just moves along. But beyond this, Dao is also order, clearly manifest in the rhythmic changes and patterned processes of the natural world. As such, it is predictable in its developments and can be discerned and described. Its patterns are what the Chinese call self-so, or nature, zeran, the spontaneous and observable way things are naturally. Yet while Dao is nature, it is also more than nature, its deepest essence, the inner quality that makes things what they are. It is governed by laws of nature, yet it is also these laws itself. In other words, it is possible to explain the nature of Dao in terms of a twofold structure: the Dao that can be told, and the Eternal Dao. One is the mysterious, ineffable Dao, at the center of the cosmos. The other is Dao at the periphery, visible and tangible in the natural cycles of the known world. About the Eternal Dao, the Dao Jing says, "Look at it and do not see it. We call it invisible. Listen to it and do not hear it. We call it inaudible. Touch it and do not feel it. We call it subtle. Infinite and boundless, it cannot be named. It belongs to where there are no beings. It may be called the shape of no shape. It may be called the form of no form. Call it vague and obscure. Meet it, yet you cannot see its head. Follow it, yet you cannot see its back." This Tao, although the ground and inherent power of the human being, is entirely beyond ordinary perception, vague and obscure. It is beyond all knowing and analysis. We cannot grasp it, however hard we try. The human body, senses, and intellect are not equipped to deal with it. The only way a person can ever get in touch with it is by forgetting and transcending ordinary human faculties, by becoming subtler and finer and more potent, more like Tao itself. Tao at the periphery, on the other hand, is characterized as the give and take of various pairs of complementary opposites, as the natural ebb and flow of things as they rise and fall, come and go, grow and decline, emerge and die. Things develop in alternating movements as long as they live. It is the nature of life to be in constant motion. Things always move in one direction or the other, up or down, toward lightness or heaviness, brightness or darkness. Nature is a continuous flow of becoming, whether latent or manifest, described as the alternation of complementary characteristics and directions that cannot exist without each other. This becoming can be rhythmic and circular, or it can move back toward the source of life in the ineffable Dao, which at the same time is a forward movement toward a new level of cosmic oneness. Within this dual-layered universe of Dao, ineffable at the center and manifest in natural rhythms at the periphery, the second most essential concept of Chinese health and long life is Qi. Qi is the concrete aspect of Dao, the material energy of the universe, the basic stuff of nature. The character appears first in the oracle bones of the Shang dynasty, around 3,500 years ago. It consists of two parts, an image of someone eating and grain in a pot. Combined, these parts signal Qi, the quality which nourishes, warms, transforms, and rises. Qi, therefore, is contained in the foods we eat and the air we breathe, but more subtly, it is also the life force in the human body, and as such is the basis of all physical vitality. By extension, Qi also denotes anything perceptible but intangible: atmosphere, smoke, aroma, vapor, a sense of intuition, foreboding, or even ghosts. There is only one Qi, just as there is only one Dao, but it too appears on different levels of subtlety and in different modes. At the center there is primordial Qi, prenatal Qi, or true perfect Qi. At the periphery there is postnatal Qi, or earthly Qi. Like the measurable Dao, it is in constant motion and dividing according to categories such as temperature, density, speed of flow, and impact on human life. Qi is the basic material of all that exists. It animates life and furnishes the functional power of events. Qi is the root of the human body. Its quality and movement determine human health. Qi can be discussed in terms of quantity, since having more means stronger metabolic function. This, however, does not mean that health is a byproduct of storing large quantities of Qi. Rather, there is a normal or healthy amount of Qi in every person, and health manifests in its balance and harmony, its moderation and smoothness of flow. This flow is envisioned in the texts as a complex system of waterways with the ocean of Qi. In the abdomen, rivers of Qi flowing through the upper torso, arms and legs, springs of Qi reaching to the wrists and ankles, and wells of Qi found in the fingers and toes. Even a small spot in this complex system can thus influence the whole, so that overall balance and smoothness are the general goal. Human life is the accumulation of Qi. Death is its dispersal. After receiving a core potential of primordial Qi at birth, people throughout life need to sustain it. They do so by drawing postnatal Qi into the body from air and food, as well as from other people through sexual, emotional, and social interaction. But they also lose Qi through breathing bad air, overburdening their bodies with food and drink, and getting involved in negative emotions and excessive sexual or social interactions. It is thus best to breathe deeply and to eat moderately in accordance with the seasons, to move smoothly, exercise without exertion, and match activities to the body's needs. This is how one keeps balance and creates health. Health, however, is not merely the absence of symptoms and ailments. It is the presence of a strong vital energy and of a smooth, harmonious, and active flow of qi. This is known as the state of proper or upright qi. The ideal is to have qi flow freely, thereby creating harmony in the body and a balanced state of being in the person. This personal health is further matched by health in nature, defined as regular weather patterns and the absence of disasters. It is also present as health in society, in the peaceful coexistence among families, clans, villages, and states. This harmony on all levels, the cosmic presence of a steady and pleasant flow of qi, is what the Chinese call the state of great peace, a state venerated by Confucians and Daoists alike. The opposite of health is wayward or pathogenic qi, vital energy that has lost the harmonious pattern of flow and no longer supports the dynamic forces of change, whereas proper qi moves in a steady, harmonious rhythm and effects daily renewal, helping health and long life. Wayward qi is disorderly and dysfunctional and creates change that violates the normal order. When it becomes dominant, the qi flow can turn upon itself and deplete the body's resources. This happens when qi begins to move either too fast or too slow, is excessive or depleted, or creates rushes or obstructions. This may occur due to outside influences, such as too much heat or cold, or through inside patterns, such as too much emotion or stimulation. It typically means that the qi activity level is lower, that its flow is not quite up to standard, or that there is a lower than normal concentration of qi in certain parts of the body. In the same vein, perfection of qi means the optimal functioning of energy in the body as well as the mind, which is none other than a faster and subtler level of flow. Harmonious qi flow creates entrained vibrations throughout the entire person, making him or her a completely resonant system. The waves of one aspect impinge on another, so that all move at the same frequency. This, in essence, is the definition of health in Daoism and Chinese culture. The qi vibrations of each body part resonate smoothly with all others, as well as with the mind and the emotions. We as people resonate harmoniously with the people and things around us. Society and nature resonate perfectly with each other. The ideal of great peace, the total harmony of Dao, is reached when all beings and things hum on the same wavelength and frequency, in a state of optimum transfer and total resonance.